Hello, good morning, students and my dear friend. Today I'm again with you. Welcome to Mr. Jha for discussing something related to language. You see it over that on the whiteboard I have written the term tips. First of all, let me know from you what is the meaning of tips. You can say it over that some of the points to learn something specifically in a specific way. Or you can say it over there, tips is the amount given in the hotel to the very, you can say it over that waiter when the waiter serve to the customer like that. This is what is there. Whatsoever language is there, to know that much of the language, certain necessity things are there, or certain necessary things are there to be adopted, to be followed. Let us say I have written there over here, desire. This shows it over that you must have got some sort of inclination towards learning the thing. Second thing is determination. Determination tells, if other person can learn, why can't I? I must learn it here. When the term must come, certainly you will be finding it over that you can learn the thing. And you simply take half this way and half that way. 50% this way or 50% that way. In that case, it is very difficult to learn it over, you can see. After that, copy is there. Copy. You see it over that many times person actually just started copying the thing. Copy also makes the person know about the certain thing that he wants to know. Don't you think it over that our language developed by copying the animal or maybe the words in the, you can say it over that in the jungle or in the forest or in the wood, you can see here. Poo-poo theories are there, copy theories are there. We are actually just chattering and speaking particularly like the animals, or maybe you can say it over that. Some of the words in the jungle or whatsoever things are there, maybe some nature, sometimes nature speaks, sometimes rustling of the air is there. All these things copied, and later on with the passage of time, discovery made or maybe invention made, and now the language has actually reached up to the stage, or you can say it over that by percussion is there. Whatsoever language is spoken too much in the world, that language is given better just attention, other language is actually kept aside, you can say. But I'm not going to just comment on any of the language. All the language is the medium of expression. But best language is the language that is thought to be of the eyes, that is thought to be of the heart. No need to speak any sort of thing. Your eyes or your face is the replica of your heart. Whatever thing you think in the heart, your face reflects that. The person who is really expert enough, they can guess it over, or sometimes you can say it over that. It is body language. Maybe your hand is there, maybe your eyes are there, maybe your expression is there. That makes the person know many a sort of thing about you, consider. Or not about you, any person belonging to any part of the nation or maybe the world. This is the common phenomenal, or this is common nature. A person understands it. For that you must be having a specific eye. Otherwise, it is very difficult by looking at the laughter, by looking at the conceit or that chuckle or giggle, you simply get infected and or you are getting cheated like that. This should not be so there. After that, emotional attachment is there. When you just join yourself with that of attachment to any of the language, that language you learn very easily. When attachment is not there, no longer there of emotion, you cannot say for sure whether you will learn or not. Another little confidence is there. Confidence, I must do it here. One thing you must know, nobody is actually born with the knowledge. He actually stands topple down, again stands topple down, and with the passage of time, he simply just actually run like the horse of a race, and he becomes very confident to do the thing. Last one is translation. Suppose in the course of learning English, many a time I saw it over that a person starts speaking. In the meantime, he actually stops. Stops in the sense, the language, the sentences, those are actually memorized, and then you actually started vomiting it here. It doesn't last longer. Unless you know your own language, and that language to be converted into English, and English into that particular language, in vice versa, you cannot be perfect in the very field you can see here. So you must know your language, is not so. All of us are not the sons and daughters of English one. Our language is different, especially in India. Somebody speaks South Indian languages, somebody speaks, you can say it about North Indian, somebody speaks this and that. If they know their language to be converted into English, or that English converted into their language, he becomes successful, and not to speak of that, he doesn't actually commit any of the mistake grammatically. This is what is there. No need to actually go to the just gigantic places. No need to just go to the bombastic Englishes. No need to just go towards the very thing that is really supposed to be spoken in such a way you get attracted. That will not be just helping you to speak English. Speaking English simply requires your commitment. Simply requires simple English. Simply requires day-to-day just language of your own mother tongue, and that convert it into the thing. There will not be any problem. For example, first thing, who are you? You can say, I am such and such. Where do you live? I live in Lanka. What do you do? I do business. How many members are there in your family? 4. Who are they? My parents, myself, and my sister. In what country do you live? You can say it about that. It is India. How is India? India is very nice to look. But it has got right now some sort of trouble particularly in the field of, you can say it over that polity, all the politicians are really supposed to be blaming and counter-blaming, and Janta, I mean to say public, becomes puppet. But this is not so. When you just look back at the very history of India, you will be finding it out that it is not the country of snake charmer, it is not the country of magician, it is the country of scientists, or you can say it is the country of friar, it is the country of wise men, those who have written a lot of things that is compiled in the language that is Sanskrit, you can say. If you make it to be discovered, somebody actually made it to be discovered, maybe Englishman, maybe Britishers, they got the thing to be done and they are actually getting the credit, is not here. But what happens to be so? Unless you go back to the history, in a deep way, not actually just becoming some sort of prejudice, you cannot discover any sort of thing. Let me quote an example. Something is born. John Milton, a famous poet, you can say it about that in the literature of English. He was the son of a blacksmith. Blacksmith simply tells, you are composing poetry. Poetry will not be bringing the just situation of hungriness to be really supposed to be satisfied. Stop it. He is running with the stick to beat the very sun, but son is simply telling, Father, Father, pity take, I shall no more poetry make. Whatever thing he speaks, out of the mouth it is poetry emanate. How can you say it about that? A thing will be just stagnated. Let the real nature be bubble that is really supposed to be doubling and doubling in the life to come. A person becomes expert in the field. This is the thing in most of the cases. Maybe English is there. English is actually international one. English is actually giving some sort of job. Maybe because of that reason, persons are very much inclined to learn English. Learning English is not a tough job. Let me quote an example. I was just in one of the mission to, you can say KYS. KYS stands for Know Your Student. I was moving door to door of the students concerned. In the meantime, at one of the doors, I found one of the gentlemen, not gentlemen, you can say it over that, poorly just clothed boy come to me and started speaking English. For the first time I got from the villager a person who speaks English, then I had to ask that particular boy, what about your qualifications? He simply told class 8 pass I am. Then how do you know how to speak English? He told me about that I used to serve in 5-star hotel there. I just actually made different type of customer. They are speaking different language. I copied that gentleman and after that I started speaking it here. So if one person not just you can say very much educated can speak in a nice way, provided he got good atmosphere, good condition, there is no option left, safe, learn English. You can say to that by becoming helpless or maybe by become compelled, that person will learn it here. This much, thank you very much. It is one of the tips that I'm just giving you in the course of learning any language. Maybe English is there, maybe Bengali is there, that makes no difference at all. At certain places, almost all the origin is same, language sound is actually just same, seems to be so. For example, you take Matri, it is in Sanskrit. In Hindi, if you come, it is Mata. In English, you come, it is Mother. It not here. This is in Urdu, you come, it is Amma. This Sejit over that sound is somewhat same. We simply made a level to be given and started speaking this language, and all the language basically belongs to most of the, you can say here, Indo-European language of family. This much. Thank you very much.